Today, we're going to show you 10 YouTubers who scammed their followers. You'll see how these influencers tried to expand their reach beyond social media, but their followers felt deceived and misled when they received low-quality products or, in the worst-case scenario, never received anything in return for their money. Let's watch it. It's fascinating. Luisito Comunica, the Mexican content creator who became one of the most popular Spanish-speaking influencers, ventured into the culinary world with his burger restaurant, Fast Food Burgers. The concept behind his business was simple but powerful. Offer quality burgers with an authentic and street twist, while leveraging his fame to create a connection between his followers and the new brand, with locations in Mexico, Peru, Colombia, and Spain. At first, everything seemed like a huge success, with orders selling out within minutes as his eager followers rushed to try his famous burgers. But soon, complaints started to emerge, and what appeared to be a sure step in the culinary world turned into a controversy that threatened his reputation. Social media complaints quickly multiplied as customers reported receiving cold burgers, low-quality ingredients, incomplete presentations, and even a Mexican chef claimed they resembled sandals due to the dry buns and stale ingredients. Additionally, the high prices for what was offered caused frustration, and some customers argued the presentation didn't meet expectations, while others claimed the taste didn't match the advertised image. Negative reviews on delivery platforms and social media flooded in, damaging the public perception of the brand, which began to be seen as a burger for fans, but not for discerning diners. Luisito Comunica tried to calm things down through his social media, assuring that he would take feedback into account and work on improving the quality and logistics of fast food burgers, but the damage was done, and his business's reputation was never the same. MrBeast. The recent scam involving the famous YouTuber has been one of the most elaborate in the cryptocurrency world. Using fake websites like MrBeastGive.com and BeesDrop.com, scammers posed as legitimate cryptocurrency investment platforms backed by him, promising immediate profits through a promotion code that supposedly unlocked a Bitcoin balance in the user's account. However, this was just a trap to convince victims to make a small verification deposit to activate withdrawals or confirm their account. To gain credibility, the bold scammers used deepfake videos of YouTuber Jimmy Donaldson, MrBeast, to create an illusion of authenticity and urgency, making victims feel they could miss out on an opportunity to make money quickly. Once users deposited the funds, the site would disappear or their accounts would be locked, stealing their money with no chance of recovery. This scam took advantage of followers' trust in MrBeast, who denied any connection to these websites and warned his followers about the fraud. The story took a dramatic turn when a new investigation by a group of digital detectives accused MrBeast of becoming a millionaire through numerous cryptocurrency scams. Allegedly, the YouTuber had connections to over 50 cryptocurrency wallets and used his influence in the digital world to promote tokens, only to ditch them soon after, causing their value to collapse and leaving investors with nothing. Furthermore, investigators discovered that his involvement in fraudulent cryptocurrency projects netted him $23 million in digital coins, but it remains to be seen whether he will face legal consequences for his role in these fraudulent schemes. Tana Mongeau, one of the most controversial figures on YouTube, Tana Mongeau sought to challenge the influencer convention system and particularly VidCon, which she claimed had failed her. For this reason, in 2018, she decided to launch her own event called TanaCon, which was marketed as a revolutionary convention, a free and accessible alternative for her followers, promising an unforgettable weekend filled with music, exclusive meetups with influencers, and activities for everyone. As expected, tickets sold out immediately, and it was expected that thousands of people would attend. But in the blink of an eye, the event turned into an unprecedented disaster. On opening day, things went wrong from the start. Fans arrived at a modest Marriott hotel in Anaheim only to find enormous lines, no shade, and no water, waiting under the scorching sun. The venue could only hold about 1,000 people, while more than 5,000 tried to get in. So the situation quickly became unsustainable with fights, people fainting, and a lack of security and resources to manage the crowd. As if that weren't enough, the promised gift bags contained little more than a bracelet and a couple of stickers, which many attendees found insulting. Just hours later, the event was canceled for safety reasons, leaving thousands of fans disappointed and angry. Social media erupted with criticism, accusing Tana of deceiving her followers and lacking planning, with some even calling her a scammer for taking her followers' money without delivering the promised event in return. In response, the YouTuber blamed the event organizing company, though she took some responsibility. Regardless, Tana claimed that attendees would be refunded the cost of their tickets, but only a fraction of them received their money back, making it clear that the influencer never intended to compensate all those affected. Logan Paul. The CryptoZoo project from this YouTuber was supposed to be an innovative blockchain-based game where players could buy, sell, and breed virtual creatures generated through NFTs. The gameplay allowed users to purchase eggs that, when incubated, turned into hybrid creatures, combining the excitement of collectible card games with the appeal of cryptocurrency investments. However, what many hoped would be a revolutionary opportunity collapsed into one of the biggest controversies of Logan Paul's career. From the start in 2021, the promises of profits for investors were excessive, as the project was marketed as a reliable system backed by blockchain, where the NFTs would increase in value over time. Not long after, the first users noticed that the game wasn't working properly, and CryptoZoo eggs couldn't be incubated or traded, leaving many investors locked out of their NFTs. Despite players already investing large sums of money, the game's development remained incomplete, and technical issues were never resolved. To make matters worse, multiple members of the CryptoZoo team abandoned the project, revealing internal conflicts and accusations of mismanagement of funds by Logan Paul. As a result, buyers felt scammed, with some losing thousands of dollars. Many criticized the YouTuber, accusing him of promoting a poorly planned scheme or using his influence to attract investors without a feasible project behind it. Public pressure grew to the point where the influencer was forced to face the situation, claiming he would compensate investors with $1.3 million. But the reputation of CryptoZoo and his credibility as a creator and businessman were seriously damaged. David Dobrik. In an attempt to reinvent himself after controversies that affected his social media career, the popular influencer launched a new project in 2022, his own pizza chain called Dobrik's. The Los Angeles restaurant promised a unique experience, combining his characteristic style and antics that made him famous on the internet with delicious pizzas. The opening was a massive event, with thousands of fans waiting in line for hours to try the pizzas and meet him. But problems soon arose. On social media, several customers complained about the high prices of the pizzas, which they felt were excessive for the quality received. Some also pointed out that the portions were smaller than expected, and the wait times, even when there were no special events, were excessive. Not only were the prices and service an issue, but the business's logistics also began to falter when some customers reported that on more than one occasion, the pizzeria had to temporarily close due to ingredient shortages and a lack of trained staff to handle the high demand. At the same time, David was accused of using his name to sell an experience rather than a good product, causing the initial excitement to fade, and the pizzeria became a topic of debate on social media, with many questioning whether it offered anything worth the price. Despite these issues, the influencer continued promoting Dobrik's, and some loyal fans defended the project, claiming that the experience was part of the appeal. Nonetheless, the pizzeria in West Hollywood remains open to customers, but the controversy surrounding the quality made its foray into the fast food world far from the resounding success he had envisioned at the start. Rice Gum. The YouTuber known for his provocative style found himself caught up in one of the most controversial social media scandals when he partnered with a gambling company called Mystery Brand. The promotion took place in 2018, when Rice Gum and other influencers began creating videos showing how they won luxury products, including iPhones, exclusive sneakers, and sports cars, simply by clicking on mysterious virtual boxes on a gambling website. The concept seemed simple and attractive, but soon serious doubts arose about the legality and ethics behind it all. Within weeks, the online community began to investigate, and suspicions were confirmed. Mystery Brand wasn't a legitimate gaming platform, but rather a highly questionable gambling site with almost no chance of winning the promised prizes. Unfortunately, many users who were drawn in by Rice Gum and other influencers' recommendations spent real money on virtual boxes and received nothing of value. feeling scammed when they discovered that the prizes shown by the YouTuber in his videos were extremely rare or even unattainable for regular users. The reaction to the fraud was explosive, especially since many of those affected were minors, the most vulnerable group to fall for scams involving prizes they would never normally be able to afford. Rather than taking responsibility, RiceGum tried to justify his actions by saying that other YouTubers had done the same, offering gift cards as compensation. This response only worsened the situation and turned the incident into a scandal that destroyed his credibility and reputation forever. Marzia Kjellberg, the wife of famous YouTuber PewDiePie, transitioned from her successful career in social media to fashion with her clothing line called My. The brand, known for its bohemian style and unique designs, gained a lot of followers since its launch. However, after the initial buzz, serious issues arose that tarnished the brand's reputation and put Marzia's career in fashion at risk. One of the main issues was the limited availability of the pieces, which sold out in minutes after launch. While the limited edition sales strategy created exclusivity, it also frustrated many followers who felt that the influencer was using the high demand to hike up prices. Additionally, the high prices became a point of contention, with critics saying that the quality didn't justify the cost and that the items weren't as durable as expected. Complaints worsened when some customers started receiving defective products. From frayed seams to low-quality materials, several buyers shared their bad experiences on social media, creating a domino effect that attracted even more negative attention. As the controversy grew, Marzia tried to calm her followers by offering apologies and promising improvements in quality and logistics. But the damage to the brand's image was already done, and her company closed for good just a few years later. Austin McBroom, the Social Gloves, Battle of the Platforms boxing event, organized by this YouTuber, promised to be the most epic battle between YouTube influencers and TikTok stars. Promoted as an action-packed show with lights and the promise of millions in revenue for the participants, the event held in 2021 was seen as a revolution in the world of digital entertainment. But behind the spectacle, a chain of financial problems and fraud accusations surrounded the project, leaving many wondering if it was all a scam. From the beginning, Austin McBroom promised fighters and production teams huge payouts, assuring them that the event's revenue would cover all costs and generate substantial profits. Ticket sales and pay-per-view income were expected to be massive, but when the event aired, things took a dark turn. Ticket sales and pay-per-view revenue were much lower than expected, and debts began to accumulate, causing the fighters and production staff to claim they hadn't been paid the promised money. Even some influencers, like Bryce Hall, who faced Austin McBroom in the main event, publicly stated they were never paid and felt betrayed. As allegations of unpaid debts surfaced, the organizer and his company, Social Gloves, faced a wave of criticism and legal lawsuits. McBroom defended the event, claiming that the revenue was less than expected and promised to resolve the payments. However, to this day, his company, Social Gloves Entertainment, has not paid any of those involved. Toby Turner, known on YouTube as Tobuscus, he was one of the platform's first big stars in the 2000s and 10s, with millions of followers thanks to his humor, parodies, and viral series. In search of new opportunities, he created his own online entertainment company, Toby Turner Entertainment, to manage his various content projects and develop new series and collaborations. Despite having ambitious plans, he began facing financial difficulties that affected his projects and collaborators. Very soon, the company's operations became unstable, and deadlines and financial commitments were frequently missed. However, this was nothing compared to the accusations of inappropriate conduct and abuse that the YouTuber faced. With his public image and financial situation shattered, sponsors and collaborators began distancing themselves from him, causing several projects to be canceled. At the same time, the damage to his reputation and the loss of advertising revenue were devastating, forcing him to scale back operations and put his expansion plans on hold. While he still posts content today, the impact was irreversible, and his influence on YouTube significantly decreased. Smosh. This channel, founded by Ian Hecox and Anthony Padilla, was one of the platform's first big stars, thanks to its viral content since the mid-2000s. Unfortunately, Smosh's story took a dark turn when they partnered with DeFi Media, a digital entertainment company that promised to grow the channel and expand the brand. What initially seemed like an opportunity to propel them to new heights turned into a nightmare that threatened to destroy the creators' careers. From the beginning, DeFi Media took control of Smosh's finances and management, meaning Ian and Anthony no longer had power over their own channel. While the brand grew, the content creators became increasingly frustrated with DeFi's creative restrictions and business decisions, which prioritized monetization over authenticity and their connection with the audience. The situation worsened in 2017 when Anthony left the channel, citing burnout and a lack of creative control. The final blow came in 2018 when DeFi Media declared bankruptcy without warning. The news not only left Smosh employees without work, but it also froze all of the channel's assets, including earnings that belonged to them. The Smosh fan community was shocked, and the creators also revealed that DeFi had withheld their earnings without explanation, leaving them in a financially uncertain situation. Fortunately, the Smosh team managed to bounce back after the bankruptcy by being acquired by Mythical Entertainment. This rescue allowed the channel to produce content under its own control again. However, the bitter experience with DeFi Media left a deep scar on the creator community and fans, serving as a reminder of the risks of partnering with companies that prioritize money over creative integrity. Now tell me, which of these investments do you think was the worst? Leave your opinion in the comments. Here are two options that you'll surely love.